Have you ever wondered what's happening in the world around us, especially in India? This question is more than just a fleeting thought. It's an invitation to explore, understand, and engage with the world we inhabit. Welcome to a journey where we uncover the layers of today's most pressing issues. From the bustling streets of Delhi to the serene backwaters of Kerala, from the towering peaks of the Himalayas to the sprawling landscapes of Rajasthan, we'll traverse the length and breadth of India. But it's not just the geographical expanse we're interested in. We'll be delving into the intricate web of national and international issues that are shaping the India of today. We live in a time of extraordinary change and complexity, where old norms are being challenged, new ideas are taking root, and the lines between the local and the global are increasingly blurred. In this whirlwind of change, it's crucial to stay updated, to be aware, and to understand the broader implications of the issues that touch our lives. In the course of this video, we'll discuss a range of topics, from economic challenges and environmental concerns to social justice and diplomatic relations. We'll examine how these issues are interwoven, how they influence each other, and how they impact the lives of everyday Indians. We'll also look beyond our borders at India's place in the global arena. We'll explore how international developments can shape national discourse and vice versa. It's an interconnected world, and understanding these connections is key to making sense of the bigger picture. So are you ready to embark on this journey with us? Are you ready to pull back the curtain and peer into the heart of today's issues? We hope so. Because understanding these issues is the first step towards effecting positive change. Stay tuned as we delve into these issues one by one, starting from the most recent. Scene script. Let's dive into the national scene first. As we peel back the layers of the Indian national scenario, we encounter a myriad of issues that are shaping the socio-political and economic landscape of the country. One of the prominent themes that has emerged recently revolves around political developments. We see the rise of new political players challenging the established order, bringing fresh perspectives and stirring up debates on governance, policymaking, and accountability. In the economic realm, the country is grappling with the aftermath of the pandemic. The focus now is on reviving the economy, generating jobs, and fostering an ecosystem that promotes innovation and entrepreneurship. The government's push for a digital economy is transforming the way businesses operate, and the ripple effects are being felt in various sectors, from agriculture to fintech. A significant aspect that cannot be overlooked in the national scenario is the social issues grappling our society. The question of social justice, gender equality, and the protection of minority rights are at the forefront. The fight against discrimination, the quest for inclusivity, and the struggle to ensure equal opportunities for all are some of the challenges that we as a nation are striving to overcome. The changing climate and environmental concerns are also part of the national discourse. The rising air and water pollution, the depleting groundwater reserves, and the increasing incidence of extreme weather events are all stark reminders of the urgent need for sustainable solutions. As we delve deeper, we realize that the education sector is undergoing a major overhaul. The introduction of the new education policy is aimed at making education more holistic, flexible, and student-centric. However, its successful implementation remains a challenge and demands our attention. Lastly, the issue of health and well-being, especially mental health, has come to the fore. The pandemic has highlighted the need for a robust healthcare system and the importance of mental health support. As we see, these national issues have a profound impact on the daily lives of millions of Indians. Now, let's shift our focus to the international stage. India has been an active participant in world affairs, and its actions have been shaping the global narrative in many ways. Let's dive a little deeper into some of the most recent international issues involving India. First up is India's diplomatic relations. In the past few years, India has been focused on establishing robust relationships with countries around the globe. It's been engaging in high-level diplomatic visits, signing strategic partnerships, and strengthening its role in international organizations. The aim is clear: to foster an environment of mutual respect and cooperation, and to further its interests in the global arena. Next, we move on to trade agreements. India has been negotiating and renegotiating trade agreements with various countries. These agreements are crucial as they not only enhance commerce between nations, but also create a framework for resolving trade disputes and protecting domestic industries. However, striking a balance between protecting national interests and promoting international trade is always a delicate dance. Now let's talk about international disputes. India, like any other country, has had its share of international disputes, whether it's border issues or disagreements over resource allocation. What's important to note is how India has been handling these disputes. It's opted for diplomatic negotiations over confrontations, showing a preference for peace and stability. Lastly, one cannot discuss India on the international stage without mentioning its role in climate change. As one of the world's largest economies, India has a massive role to play in combating global warming. It's been taking significant steps in this direction, investing in renewable energy sources and setting ambitious targets for reducing carbon emissions. Indeed, India's actions on the international stage can have far-reaching impacts, not just for Indians, but for global citizens as well. Interestingly, national and international issues often influence each other. It's like a dance where one partner's move affects the other, creating a complex yet fascinating choreography. This is evident in the way India's national issues often have international implications, and vice versa. Let's take climate change, for instance. This is a global issue that affects every nation, including India. However, India's national policies, such as its commitment to renewable energy and reducing carbon emissions, can significantly influence international efforts to combat climate change. Conversely, international issues can also impact India's national conditions. An example of this is the global economic downturn. This international issue has a direct impact on India's economy, affecting everything from inflation rates to employment opportunities. Another fascinating example is the interplay between India's national politics and international relations. The decisions made within the corridors of power in New Delhi can reverberate far beyond India's borders. For instance, changes in India's foreign policy can affect its relationships with other countries, influencing everything from trade agreements to diplomatic alliances. Similarly, international events and trends can shape India's national issues. The global technological revolution, for instance, has spurred India's push towards digitalization, affecting various national issues such as education, healthcare, and governance. But it's not just about the big issues. Even seemingly local matters like a farmer's protest or a regional conflict can attract international attention and potentially influence global perceptions of India. It's clear that the world is more interconnected than ever, and events in one country can have ripple effects across the globe. This interplay between national and international issues underscores the importance of understanding and addressing these issues not in isolation, but as part of a bigger global picture. So where do we go from here? Indeed, this is the question that lingers in our minds as we navigate the labyrinth of national and international issues. We've explored a variety of topics today, from the domestic challenges faced by our nation to India's role on the global stage. We've dissected the intricate interplay of these national and international matters and how they continually shape and reshape our world. In our journey, we've seen how national issues such as economic development, social justice, and environmental sustainability are not just confined within our borders. They reverberate across the globe, influencing international policies and global conversations. Similarly, international happenings, whether they be diplomatic alliances, trade wars, or climate agreements, have a profound impact on our nation, affecting everything from our economy to our daily lives. In this complex web of issues, it's crucial to remember that every thread is interconnected. Understanding one aspect often means delving into another. That's why it's so important to stay informed and engaged, to continually seek out knowledge and broaden our horizons. As we wrap up our discussion, let's take a moment to reflect on the importance of this continual learning. We must recognize that each of us has a role to play in this global narrative. By staying informed and understanding the issues at hand, we can contribute to the conversation, whether it's through our votes, our voices, or our actions. I encourage you all to take this discussion as a starting point. Dive deeper into the topics that pique your interest. Do your own research. Form your own opinions. Remember, every perspective adds a new dimension to the dialogue. In the end, it's not just about understanding the world around us, but also about shaping it. And to shape it, we must first understand it. Remember, knowledge is power. Stay informed, stay engaged, and always strive to understand the world around you.